Hey guys, Eric here. Welcome back to our channel for a new video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing garlic and how to plant it and grow it, and showing it to you guys from our school garden. Before we get into today's video, make sure that you subscribe, like this video, comment, share this video, and click the notification bell to be notified when we drop new videos. And let's get right into this video. Alright, so here in the garden, we have many different areas where we grow food, right? And so I'm going to show you quickly where we're planning to grow garlic, where we have already planted garlic, and where we're going to plant garlic today. All right, so let's get right into it. Over here, walking past the wind tunnel, we have our 6 rows. So over here we have this first row. We have a marigold that's still standing tall. It hasn't died back yet like the other ones. We have Swiss chard, carrots, as you can see here, that I planted myself while the students did some other work. I think I planted those last month in October. And we have pak choi and kale down here. So I'm going to actually this week harvest some of this pak choi to deliver to our families in need, and we're just going to create like a nice harvest basket for like Thanksgiving, and just deliver to either new families that we still haven't donated to yet, or just donate to the same families that we that have registered previously, that we have in our system, and just surprise them with a new delivery. Because as you can see here, this pak choi here is starting to go to seed, and so we don't want them to go to seed without, you know, having the families take advantage of the nutrition that they can provide. We bought a pack, I think it was 2 to 3 packs of onion sets from Lowe's, and we had the students plant them in this row. They planted them how they wanted to, but the only instruction was just plant them at the certain depth, and the spacing needed to be correct. But as far as anything else, we just had them do it on their own to gain that experience. I was, like I said, going to have the garlic be planted in this row as well, but since there's so many onions popping up, I thought something dug all the onions up, but clearly not, because look at that, the onions are everywhere. So we also have potatoes in this bed too. So those are self-seeded volunteer potatoes that I guess we left in last spring, and they just decided to pop up again, which is awesome. So that means we're going to have a potato harvest soon as well. I think we're not going to put anything else here because there are onions, Swiss chard, kale taking over this bed. So we're just going to let them do their thing. Not sure if they're going to produce any harvest because, let me be quiet, because look at there. We have our first sweet pea for the fall season. So cool. We got our second one here. So we will get a small harvest from snap peas. I just saw on the weather app that this upcoming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the temperatures are going to drop to the 20s. Fingers crossed that the snap peas and every other plant that we don't have enough tarp for, like the frost covering tarp, that they survive this week, because everything survived that frost that we previously had last month in October here in Georgia, which is, I think we're zone 8A or 8B. Everything survived. We had the covering and all that. Everything survived with the covering during that first frost. So fingers are crossed that everything survives again. In our raised bed, we've grown multiple vegetables, multiple crops in the raised beds. And so over time, when you're growing in raised beds, since they are enclosures and not like open ground, the roots can become compacted. So you really want to make sure that you have a nice hand tool or hoe or any other grappling tool to loosen up that soil, to break the roots, to get all of that settled soil mixed together. And you want to make sure that you add your nutritional additives like your fertilizer, your blood meal, your bone meal, and some extra soil to raise up that level of soil in the raised beds, because over time the soil levels in your raised beds will definitely just become compacted and become lower and lower. So you just want to add in all that good stuff, mix it around. That's what I'm doing right now. And once all of these roots, because I tell you there were so many roots in this one raised bed, once you get all of them removed, then you want to create your lines. So this raised bed, if I'm not mistaken, is about, I would say, 3 feet by 6 feet. These raised beds were purchased from Lakeside, I think 2 years ago. And so with that, we are going to plant 3 rows, and in each row we're planting about, I would say, roughly 6 to 7 garlic cloves. And the spacing is about roughly, this is roughly because I do it by eyesight, it's roughly 4 to 5 inches between each garlic clove, almost 6. And so with the spacing, it provides enough space for each clove to not only grow upwards, but to grow around it to create that actual head of garlic. We actually purchased our garlic from Sam's, and it's a big bag that they normally have about, I would say, close to 20 heads of garlic in each bag. We just purchased one, and with that, the students were able to just go through the heads of garlic and separate the cloves and choose the biggest ones, and that's what we're actually planting. So if you do want to go plant, if you want to plant garlic, but you don't know where to go, you can actually grow garlic from store-bought garlic. Once you're done planting your garlic, make sure to just smooth over the surface of the soil with your hands and then water in gently. And we actually cover really sparsely our beds and areas where we plant garlic with straw, just to provide some cover. So we're done with the planting of the garlic in those raised beds. I wanted to bring you to the 2 large rows on the side of the greenhouse where we planted garlic. Okay, so over here in the midst of our fall garden crops, the leafy vegetable area, we have garlic here, as well as garlic right here. It's like in an L shape. Something did dig around here, not sure what, probably a squirrel or a chipmunk, because we do have those in the garden. Possibly rabbits, but nothing too bad. So we will have garlic here. Not sure what we're going to plant that whole row come spring, but I'll let the students figure it out. I want to relinquish some of the control, more of the control about where we plant stuff to them, since we are teaching them. This is the side of the greenhouse facing the west, northwest, southwest.